ways to improve and take control of your health.
Netflix buffering, YouTube spinning, devices not connecting, Zoom calls dropping. Ugh, it's frustrating. Let's end your frustration by signing up for fiber internet in Clinton. Click the Connexus icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
News time is 8 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Wednesday. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded 8 o'clock newscast streaming to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. A local extension is bringing a new event to Central Illinois. On the WHOW Morning Show Tuesday, Reagan Tibbs, commercial ag educator for the U of I extension in Logan, Menard, and Sangamon counties, told Regional Radio registration for the Agronomy Summit coming up January 21st is now open.
Yep, January 21st, 2025 at Lincoln Lane Community College. We're going to be hosting the first Illinois Agronomy Summit in Springfield. As I've mentioned before, this kind of is a spin-off of a previous event that's been held, a very successful event up in northern Illinois. And so we've decided now that we have more ag educators across the state to bring more of these events across different parts of our state. So I'll be hosting one in Springfield on January 21st, like I said, at Lincoln Lane Community College. The registration link is also now open. Registration is $30, which includes a lunch and then some light refreshments in the morning as well. And we're really looking forward to this event. You know, this is something that we've been working on for quite some time since I've started here. And I'm really looking forward. We have a great lineup of speakers, and we hope it's going to be a great day of very informational resources for local producers.
Tibbs hopes people come away from the summit with information from experts in the ag field and wants to give attendees resources to have a successful operation.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is hearing directly from some of the researchers and experts that we have from the University of Illinois and from a couple of other institutions. A lot of our presenters this day are coming from the University of Illinois. We also have a presenter coming from Illinois State talking about various kind of important topics in agriculture right now. So we're talking about cover crops. We're going to be talking about kind of the weather and the impact that it's having on agricultural production. We're talking about technology and ways that producers can utilize various new technologies in agriculture to help benefit their operations. And so hopefully the connections to those experts and hearing directly from those experts can give the attendees some more resources to help make those decisions on their operations.
The event has been in the works for about 6 months. Tibbs is grateful to Lincoln Land Community College for making it possible by providing the venue.
Yeah, I mean, we've started preparing for this all the way back in about June or July as we first started having these conversations. The biggest partner we've had is with Lincoln Land, their ag department. They've been fantastic to work with, very gracious in being able and willing to host us. So, working on getting the marketing out and getting all of our promotional materials out now is kind of our biggest push before we get to the holiday season here. So definitely, our partnership with Lincoln Land has been very beneficial for this and really couldn't do it without them.
Registration for the event can be done at go.illinois.edu/AGS Springfield. A local arts group is asking the community to support their programming through donations this holiday season. Jerry Johnson, executive director of the Decatur Area Arts Council, explains the holidays are the biggest fundraising season of the year for the arts group because they do not receive any tax dollars.
Yeah, the end of the year is always important to the Arts Council. As a not-for-profit organization, we don't receive any kind of tax money from the county or the township or the city of Decatur. So we rely on the generosity of local folks, individual people, businesses, foundations, grants, things like that, to keep us going along with our fundraising events that we host. But the end of the year, during the holiday giving season, is always the most important for us. And I would encourage people who are inspired by all the things that we've already talked about today and all the things that they're aware of that the Arts Council helps to bring to the community. I would encourage everyone to make a generous donation to the Arts Council. Mm-hmm. It's really easy. You can just go to decaturarts.org and click on the donate button there on the webpage and make a gift online. There are lots of ways to do that to support us.
The Arts Council has a goal of reaching $80,000 before the end of the year. Johnson notes that's not an unreasonable goal compared to years past of fundraising.
Yeah, our goal usually, I would say, is around $80,000, and that's not unreasonable. People are often quite generous at the end of the year, and so we send out a letter to all the people who have been engaged with us throughout the past few years and encourage them to make another gift. And then we send out emails and postings on our social media, but I'm just think it's important, if you appreciate all the work the Arts Council does and bring things we bring to the community, I would really encourage you to make a gift to us because it's very important to the survival of our organization.
Johnson also notes the funds raised go towards building maintenance as well as other community events and arts fairs they put on. They also have grants for nonprofits they make available.
Well, we have our building here where we offer classes and events. And our art gallery. The art gallery is free to visit throughout the year, all our various exhibits that we present. We have several major activities that we offer to the community. Arts in Central Park in September is a major art fair here in Central Illinois. Our Performing Arts Series for Students, or PASS, is a series that's been going on since 1970. Where we bring in professional performers to present shows for children, school kids. And I think that's one of the most important programs that we have to offer, and it relies heavily on the support that we get from the community. We have public art that we have been presenting out there into the community, murals. Lately we've getting some vinyl wraps done around some of these electrical signal boxes here in Decatur. And then we offer community and education grants to not-for-profit organizations who are presenting different programs or projects that are arts-focused. So lots of different programs, and that's just a few that the Arts Council offers to the community through the generosity of local folks.
Donate to the Arts Council at DecaturArts.org. A local school district is levying the community, but that doesn't necessarily mean taxes are increasing, as the superintendent is here to clarify the process. Mary Vogt is the superintendent of Bement Schools and explains a levy is a request from taxpayers for dollars. However, they don't always receive the amount of money they request.
I'll give a brief rundown of the levy process, because sometimes I feel like when people hear the amount that we're requesting, they think their taxes are going to go up, and that is not the case. So what the levy means is it's the amount of money that a school district or public taxing body is requesting from the taxpayers. I could request $100 billion, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to get $100 billion. It means that what I try to do is make my best estimate on how much money I think will be available for our district. If I were to request a $200,000 increase, but there was actually $300,000 available for our district, I would only get the $200,000 because I didn't ask for what's available. So oftentimes what districts will do is ask for more than they think they will get. And then,
Visit bement.k12.il.us for more. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
When you visit Lincoln Memorial Hospital, you might not remember our state-of-the-art facilities or the high-tech equipment we use, but you will remember how great you were treated. As a Pathway to Excellence hospital, LMH is a recognized leader in nursing support. And committed colleagues mean better, more compassionate care for you and your family. Memorial Health, where great care comes together.
At Love It Once More Thrift Store in Clinton, we're helping to make things easier this holiday season. We have all our Christmas decor 50% off. And also check out our display of gift quality items. This is Connie reminding you to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and DeWittDailyNews.com.
Happy holidays from me, Russ Utterback.
And from me, Ryan Utterback.
And from the other Ryan Dalton.
We at Utterback Real Estate thank you for your business.
To buy or sell real estate in DeWitt County, click their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Share 55.
With SRN Sports, I'm Jeremy House. In the NBA, Oklahoma City advances to the NBA Cup semifinals with the Thunder's 118-104 win over the Dallas Mavericks.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 39 points in the Thunder's 118-104 win over the Mavericks. Oklahoma City shot 20 of 50 from three and tallied 36 points off 19 Dallas turnovers. OKC has won 8 of its last 9 games. Klay Thompson scored 19 to pace the visiting Mavs, whose winning streak ends at 7.
That's correspondent Mark Myers reporting. One other game had Milwaukee defeating Orlando 114-109. In the NHL, winners were Philadelphia, Carolina, Toronto, Colorado, Los Angeles, Calgary, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Minnesota, St. Louis, and Florida. This is SRN Sports. Men's top 25 college basketball, Illinois guard Trey White rose to the occasion last night against Wisconsin.
Trey White finished with 23 points and 8 rebounds as unranked Illinois upset 20th-ranked Wisconsin 86-80 to improve to 7-2. White shot 6 of 8 from the field and 9 of 10 from the free throw line while adding an assist and a block.
That's correspondent Alan Spillane reporting. One other upset victim was 14th-ranked Michigan. Winners included number 1 Tennessee, 4th-ranked Duke, and number 15 Houston. Major League Baseball, a person with knowledge of the deal tells the AP the Texas Rangers and right-hander Nathan Eovaldi have agreed on a $75 million 3-year contract. Bringing back Eovaldi was one of the primary goals for the Rangers this offseason. He became a free agent after declining a $20 million player option for the 2025 season. This is SRN Sports.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. In a game heard on 95.9 FM WEZC and online at DeWittDailyNews.com, Williamsville hit 6 threes to start the game, and the Bullets used a fast start to roll Monticello 66-35 Tuesday night in non-conference high school boys basketball action from Williamsville High School. Williamsville started 6 for 11 from distance before they even attempted a 2-point field goal and led 26-9 at about the halfway point of the second quarter and led 35-16 at the intermission. Gatsby Grant scored 14 points to lead Monticello. Nolan Benny-Kemper added 8 points, while Carter Foran chipped in with 7 points. The Bullets were led by Carson Doran, who scored 24 and was 5 of 10 from 3. Braden Sailing had 15 points. Blake Schofler chipped in with 13. The Bullets finished 17 for 34 from beyond the arc and shot 52% from the floor overall. The Sages' offensive struggles continued in the early season Tuesday night as they continue to work in Ike Young from an injury stemming from the football state championship game, and working in Carter Foran and Nolan Benny-Kemper, who missed the first 3 weeks of practice stemming from football as well. Monticello shot 33% from the floor. The two teams combined to shoot just 6 free throws. Williamsville held the rebounding advantage 27-24 and scored 24 points off 13 Sages turnovers. The Bullets had 10 second chance points off 10 offensive rebounds. Williamsville goes to 4-0 overall. With the loss, the Sages continue the search for their first win at 0-4. Monticello will play next at home when they take on Hayworth on Friday. Tip-off is 7 p.m. Hear the action on 95.9 FM WEZC and online at DeWittDailyNews.com. Cabron Lee scored 32 points and led Maroa-Forsyth to a 78-59 win over Decatur St. Teresa Tuesday night in non-conference high school boys basketball action from the Macon County Tournament at Central A&M High School. Lee scored 19 of his 32 points in the second half as the Trojans outscored St. T 42-31 after the intermission to gradually pull away late. Kobe Lane scored 23 points. Kenny Morris chipped in for 13 for Maroa-Forsyth. The Trojans continue to await the returns of seniors Mitch Williams and Ryan Shepard from participation in the football state championship game a few weeks ago. The two are expected to be a part of the Trojans' rotation once they return to action. Maroa-Forsyth is 2-0 on the season. They return to action in the Macon County Tournament on Thursday. Kasparis Jakuntsis had a career-high 24 points. Trey White scored 23 and with 8 rebounds as Kylan Boswell had 19 points and 6 assists to lead Illinois to an 86-80 win over 20th-ranked Wisconsin Tuesday night. It was the 4th straight game in which Jakuntsis scored 20 or more for the 7-2 Illini, who are now 1-1 in the Big Ten, who beat Wisconsin for the 9th consecutive game. Nolan Winter led the 8-3 Badgers, who dropped to 0-2 in the Big Ten with 15 points and 7 rebounds. John Tonhay had 14 points. Max Klesmit scored 13, while John Blackwell added 10. Wisconsin lost its 3rd straight game after opening the season with 8 consecutive victories. Illinois led 39-35 at the half and fell behind 47-46 with 16:32 left in the second half before regaining the lead on a 3 from Boswell, but they never trailed again. It was the 150th win in Brad Underwood's 8 years at Illinois. He is now 150-90. The Illini are not afraid to shoot the 3, but that did not affect Wisconsin. Illinois was 10 for 33 from long distance. Jakuntsis' 4-point play with 6:08 left put Illinois up 70-60, and the Badgers never got closer than 4 points after that. Illinois hosts top-ranked Tennessee Saturday, while Butler visits Wisconsin on Sunday. Northern Illinois is considering an offer to join the Mountain West Conference as a football-only member, according to CBS Sports' Dennis Dodd. The Huskies have been continuous members of the MAC since 1997. It's unclear where their remaining sports would play should NIU leave the league. If they accept the offer, the Mountain West would be up to 9 football-playing members, with UTEP and NIU joining the 7 legacy members. An FBS league is required to have at least 8 members to be recognized by the NCAA as a conference, and the addition of NIU would provide some cushion. It was previously reported the Mountain West was considering Texas State, Northern Illinois, and Toledo as potential members, but the Bobcats later rebuffed interest. Earlier Tuesday, the Mountain West added UC Davis as a non-football member. The Aggies Aggies football program will continue to play and as an FCS member of the Big Sky. Grand Canyon also previously joined as a non-football member, bringing the basketball league to 10. The latest round of realignment was set off during the season after the Pac-12 made an aggressive play, poaching Boise State, Fresno State, Colorado State, San Diego State, and Utah State as football members to join Oregon State and Washington State. The group also nabbed Gonzaga as a boost to its basketball presence. The Pac-12 still needs to add at least one more school to reach the 8-member minimum. The MAC is set to add UMass as a full member starting with the 2025 season, meaning its number will not be impacted by NIU's departure. However, the Huskies have been a highly successful member of the conference in recent memory, winning 5 MAC titles under 3 different head coaches since 2011. Northern Illinois also pulled off a historic upset of Notre Dame in Week 2 of this football season. NIU previously left the MAC in 1986 and was a member of the Big West with Mountain West schools UNLV, Nevada, and San Jose State from 93 to 95. Mike Tachman is switching sides in Chicago. Sox GM Chris Getz told reporters at winter meetings Tachman will take a physical soon and join the team's outfield mix. The 34-year-old grew up in Palatine, Illinois, about 35 miles northwest of Chicago, and played college ball for Bradley. He spent the previous 2 seasons with the Cubs. Tachman joins a Sox team that was 41-121 this year to break the post-1900 Major League record for losses in a season. The rebuilding franchise also added a veteran outfielder last month, agreeing to a $1.75 million one-year contract with Austin Slater. Tachman hit .248 with 7 homers and 29 RBIs in 109 games and was non-tendered by the Cubs last month. He is a .241 career hitter with 32 homers and 155 RBIs in 474 career games, also playing for Colorado, San Francisco, and the Yankees. He was selected by the Rockies in the 10th round of the 2013 amateur draft. The Washington Nationals will have the top pick in the amateur draft for the first time since they selected 17-year-old Bryce Harper in 2010. Washington got the top pick in next summer's draft after winning a lottery in a drawing of ping pong balls at the winter meetings Tuesday, setting up the Nats to make the first pick for the third time in franchise history. In 2009, they selected Steven Strasburg, number 1. The Angels have the second pick for next summer's draft, followed by Seattle, Colorado, St. Louis, and Pittsburgh, rounding out the top 6. The 121 lost White Sox, who had the most losses of any major league club since 1900, were not eligible for the draft lottery since they had one of the top 6 picks last year and are a team that pays into the revenue sharing plan. The CBA also does not allow teams that receive money in revenue sharing to have lottery picks 3 years in a row. That made the A's ineligible for the lottery. They picked 4th last year after having the 6th selection in 2023. Chicago instead got the 10th pick, 1 ahead of Oakland. Seattle got the number 3 selection after having just a 0.53% chance to get the top overall pick, the second worst odds among the 16 eligible teams. Unlike last year, the Nationals were ineligible after initially coming out of the top spot. They get to keep their first pick for the draft in July in Atlanta, the site of the All-Star Game. Washington was ineligible for a top 6 pick last year because the collective bargaining agreement states a team that pays into the revenue sharing plan cannot have a lottery selection in back-to-back years. The Nationals chose outfielder Dylan Cruz with the second pick in 2023, right after Pittsburgh took his LSU teammate Paul Skeens, the hard-throwing pitcher who was this season's National League Rookie of the Year. Get sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Your Clinton Save-A-Lot helps control inflation every day. Here's store owner Dave Jackson.
One thing that keeps me motivated, besides the fact I love the business, is I'll have customers stop me, holler down the aisle, or walk up to me and say, hey, I want to thank you for what you've done and what the store has done to control inflation and to keep it where we can afford to buy groceries. I mean, I hear this on a very regular basis. It just drives home the fact that what we're doing is having an impact. People are noticing it. It really does mean a lot.
And as Dave always says,
hope to see you soon. As the seasons change, so does all the stuff in the air that trigger allergy season. CEO Paul Skowron here from Warner Hospital and Health Services, reminding you our walk-in clinic inside our Family Medicine Center is ready to treat those allergies that have you sneezing, blowing your nose, and just making you miserable. No appointment? No problem. Get to our walk-in clinic inside our Family Medicine Center at Warner Hospital at Health Services in Clinton and get feeling better fast.
The blaze now covers more than 2,800 acres. U.S. Capitol Police charged a 33-year-old Illinois man with assaulting Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace. It happened last night in a House office building. Mace alleged the incident was prompted by her support of transgender bathroom bans. There's not much public support for the Hunter Biden pardon. Only about 2 in 10 Americans approve of President Biden's decision to pardon his son after earlier promising he'd do no such thing. That's according to a new AP North poll. This is SRN News.
Madame Giselle senses a change in your future.
Is it a promotion?
I see a door opening.
Ooh, to a corner office?
There's a creature. Beady eyes, lots of hair.
Is it my boss, Dave?
No, raccoons everywhere. Your RV door is open, and they're chewing everything.
Not a problem. I'm covered by Progressive. Do you see a bigger paycheck?
Customize your coverage with Progressive's past damage protection and be prepared.
The Macon County Farm Bureau is where